now you start to see, yes? The people never.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Scraps. Today we are playing something completely different.
I cannot believe you, Helen.
It's really not great at picking up my hands. I'm like holding them against my face in a way that it's supposed to be able to tell quite easily, but no, I guess not. Anyway, today we are playing Not for Broadcast. I don't know why there was such a weird transition now. I feel like that should have been a little bit different. But that doesn't matter because we're just going to dive in the campaign. I thought, why? You give me a profile and then you also ask me to give a game name?
Well, that's a very blunt question.
Let's call it live on air, why not? I don't know if it matters. Less challenging on broadcast mechanics are less demanding, viewers don't switch off so easily. Recommended balanced experience. Can I put story mode? The story without the stress. Non-broadcast. Oh, yeah, okay. Showrunner? Custom. I feel like I already went into the settings and changed this. Why is this here as well? Non-broadcast mechanics are more frequent and more difficult. Viewers stop watching quicker. What about custom? Okay. Balanced experience, non-broadcast mechanics and viewer ratings provide a reasonable challenge. Oh, I just remembered. There's something that I need to show you guys before we get started. And it is in options. It's this content warning. Not for broadcast contains scenes of discussions of death, euthanasia, fertility and miscarriage, graphic descriptions of a sexual nature, hate groups, hate speech, heavy drinking alcoholism, nudity, oppression, police brutality, suicide. I don't know why I said it that weirdly. Suicide and violence and even war. So, if you're sensitive to any of these topics or yeah, just don't watch, basically. Is what I'm saying.
And neighbours, and have confidence that the team
come
will
on.
keep you safe.
Good thing I remember what we went for. Not a clue where my camera should be, by the way.
National Nightly News.
So far for turning the music a bit lower. Who is that guy? Day one, the election. How do I pick up? Turn right. Oh, okay. Oh, you can see the people walking.
Hi, David, I have a call for you. I'm just putting it through. All right, mate. Dave here. Listen, I know you've only come in to clean up the place, but I've got a bit caught up, so you're going to have to run the news tonight. Now, don't worry. It's not hard, and I'm going to stay on the phone and help you. First, I'm going to give you a quick tour of the broadcast room, so if you're not doing it already, look forwards towards all those screens. Right, look up at the top. That coloured bar is your audience. You want to keep the viewers going up and not down. Underneath that, you've got the screens. The one on the right is the broadcast screen. That's what the viewers are seeing at home. It's only a couple of seconds behind the master screen there in the middle. That's the one you control. Now, the four small screens on the left show the different signals coming from the studio, and you can choose between them using the numbered buttons on the vision mixer at the bottom left. Don't worry, I'll talk you through it and you'll pick it up in no time. Now, have a look to your left. These plugs control everything in the studio. I've left them set up for you, so provided you haven't fiddled with them, all you have to do now is throw the master trip switch and we're in business. Once you've got the power on, face the front again.
Why can't the fan be aimed at me? Weird. But okay. So I'm not going to lie, I have actually, a long time ago, like years, I think, watched some people play this, and it was great. Which is why I'm playing it right now.
Fortunately, they go on for fucking ages, so there's plenty of time for me to explain. Oh, right, okay, they're over, so we haven't got long now till the broadcast. Right, quickly, mate, look down under the desk. You can see a load of videotapes on the left. They're your adverts. Pick any three and load them into the machines on the right. When you've done that, look up to the front again. Right, the tapes are loaded and we're all ready for when we get to the first ad break. That's great.
Oh,
Any
thanks,
second
sir.
now, you should be getting a signal through from the studio. Stay on your toes, mate. It's election night, so all eyes are on this room. We do not want to get fired. When you get the signal, select screen 1 with the vision mixer and we're ready to go.
Prawn and mayonnaise?
You know, seafood makes me go out in pustules.
Yeah, thought it might increase our viewing figures.
Every day. You offer me prawns every day.
10 seconds, everybody. It's how I show love.
You're trying to kill me.
And yet you persist. Going in 5, 4.
But now, it's time to join Jeremy Donaldson.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main stories tonight.
Okay, we're all good. Next is going to be the throw to the news titles on screen 2. There'll be a countdown, but I'll count you in as well. Just relax, mate. It's all gravy.
Buys Honest Andy's Totally Independent and corners the flowered market. Top chat.
Title
Sports
sequence.
fans everywhere celebrate as popular footballer
I'm
Johnny
guessing is what I
Hansmead
need.
wins Sports Personality of the Year. And a spoonful of sugar. Megan will be chatting with movie star Lawrence Blunderclatch about his new movie, The Medicated. And, of course,
I like how the subtitles just keep coming
to hear
along.
what the leaders of this fledgling
That's
party
weird.
have to say on their historic
Right, button
That's
2
all coming up on
in
tonight.
3,
National
2,
Nightly News.
1. Now, lovely, mate. Next thing is to throw back to Jeremy with button 1 when that globe in the middle shrinks down and vanishes.
I can do that. So when it shrinks down and vanishes. This is a long intro.
Here it comes. Switch to screen 1. Now, lovely, mate.
First, the votes are in, and it's a decisive win for
Well,
a
we
We'll
did
get a
it.
bit of interference around
The
this
end
time,
of the
mate.
game.
Keep your eye on the machine at the bottom right. Use that slider that's flashing or your scroll wheel to move the wave up and down, keeping the green bit in the white bit.
But critics have accused him of a severe lack of actual
Hurry up, mate. We're losing audience. Little
That's fine.
scroll wheel.
parties have all conceded defeat to Advance's
That's
overwhelming mandate, but have yet to appear publicly. However, former Home Secretary...
Right, it's going well. All you've got to do now is play the advert at the end of the segment. Make sure you don't play it too early or we'll
How do I
all
play
get
an advert?
fired. Now the clock at the top is counting you down to the advert. When it reaches 0, press one of the 3 play ad buttons over there at the bottom right. I normally play the first one at the first break and so on, but you can play them in any order you want. I'll count you into it as well, but keep your eye on the clock.
To hear the co-leaders...
So what's the hotkey for
And
that?
3, 2, 1, advert.
1 minute back, everybody.
Jeremy, I need you to fill after the ads.
What? Why?
Wanker Snatch is running late.
I thought I'd ask him about the election.
Personally, I wouldn't try to confuse you.
We don't care if you've been naughty
Yeah,
or
yeah,
nice.
these
We've
are
got
fun.
green sofas, red sofas, brown cushions, pink cushions. You've got a grey sofa. We've got a great sofa. In a grey, a brown, a pink, a yellow, a purple. Neil's deals are unreal.
Wicked. We made it to the first ad break. You're doing great, mate. But this is where it starts getting a bit trickier. This next sequence is what we call a multi-cam sequence, because you're going to be cutting between multiple cameras to keep things interesting. A lot of it's down to personal taste, but here's 3 good rules of thumb. 1. Try and keep the shot on whoever is doing the talking. 2. Don't stay on the same shot for too long. 10 seconds at the most. So if you're on the person who's talking, try and throw in the odd reaction shot or pull out to the wide shot for a bit just to keep it interesting. 3. Don't stay on reaction shots for too long. A couple of seconds is usually enough. Then the audience want to see who's doing the talking, yeah? Stick to these rules and you'll be fine. It's not as complicated as it sounds. You've seen programs on television, haven't you? Make it look like those. Might as well get screen 1 selected now. No need to wait for the broadcast to start. Try and stay ahead, mate.
Crazy Neil's got crazy deals.
Well, that was quite something already, huh?
Studio.
Next to a chair. We can do you a chair.
Thank you so much.
Okay, now
10 seconds, everybody.
we're doing pretty good, as you can tell at the top here.
Going 5,
But
4, 3.
some rules, huh?
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. Later we'll be hearing from shock election winners Advance. But first
Get
up
ready to go to Megan on screen 4.
is here with a star of both stage and screen. Megan?
Thank you, Jeremy. Megan Wolf, culture correspondent. And
I feel like that was a perfect
starred in everything from Shakespeare
Right, go to Blunderclatch on screen 3 when she says his name.
by none other than Lawrence Blunderclatch. Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, my dear, I do hope you believe me.
Ah, that's perfect.
That being with you here today is among
Switch to 2 for the wide now.
May I say, having you here with us is among ours.
Right, now just try and stay on whoever's talking.
Latest movie, which is called The Medicated.
The Medicated, yes.
Wow, what was that like?
Okay, that was a bit trippy.
Peter,
But that's okay, it's okay.
Peter Jensen, the director.
Give us a look at Megan's reaction. Lovely. Now back to Thunder Twat.
Worked with him on several movies, all terribly.
Alright, only a couple seconds for the reaction shot.
What a wild ride this has been! What a wild ride this has been! I really meant that, Megan.
Wow, that is fantastic.
Amazing
Am I right
cast.
in saying that the character you play in this movie is quite an
I'm
academic?
doing great already, aren't I?
Absolutely right.
academic.
A scientist. Absolutely
Was that a
right.
challenge at all?
What exactly are you implying? What exactly are you implying? But seriously, yes, you're right. It was a complete
Oh, look,
departure
the
from my
green
last
arrow is all the way
starring
up.
role when I played Sergeant Brock Rockman in Bullet Man.
Been on that shot a bit long.
But that was the true story of one soldier's fight for a love that surpasses all others. A love, of course, for freedom. A love, of course. I think it's grossed over $1 billion, but honestly, who's counting?
It's a role that saw you scoop 2 Best Actor awards, if I remember correctly.
It's so sweet of you to mention it.
Great
But I'm
cast,
really
great
not
cast.
in it for the awards, although those 3 little statues do take pride of place on my mantelpiece.
With all the others, I'm sure. So, if you're not doing it for the awards, what is it then that drives you? What is it then that drives you?
That is a beautiful question, Megan, and not easy to answer. Like
Oh, look, we've got ratings. We've got ratings that are better than my channel.
cut me, and I
Remember the 10-second rule.
That's how it feels, doesn't it? That's how it doesn't it? Bleeding.
I'm sure it's okay.
Suffering for one's audience. Suffering for one's audience. I suppose in the end, I do it for the difference it makes. I do it for the people that I inspire.
Here we go, we're really giving people's attention now.
But most of all, I think I do it for the positive change that I can bring about in the world.
And today, of course,
How did I? What?
we're in
I
for
wasn't
some
expecting
real
you to
change,
talk.
It looks like in the coming few
This is
months.
a great,
What do you make of this
amazing. Okay,
historic
I love
election
this.
result?
Oh, well.
Let me move to this side, actually.
Now you're asking. Historic election.
Look. I'm handling not just this game. I'm handling my channel as
Very
well.
difficult. But, isn't it?
Audience is getting bored, mate.
Always been quite clear that when it comes
Charming.
to politics, that one should always strive to not fuck things up.
Shit, he swore. Oh, well, don't worry, he won't do it again.
I said fuck.
Shit, he did it again. Okay, don't panic. I'll explain how to deal with swearing at the break.
Opens next week.
Right, I've swapped the shot of Jeremy on screen 1 for a VT of the movie clip. You'll get a countdown on the screen, but I'll just let Megan cue you in.
My character, Dr. Lod's
I don't know why it went down.
faced with a decision that could
I guess I
affect
was on the wrong
humanity's
person.
very survival. Humanity's
Exciting stuff. Let's take a look. Exciting stuff. Let's take a look.
Cool, looks like Blunderclatch is losing it in the studio, but we ain't got time for that. There's more interference coming. It's a bit trickier this time, mate. Use that little flashing joystick to the left of the knob, or hold down your middle mouse or Alt on your keyboard, and as the frequency changes, match it to the white bit by dragging right. Now we're going to squash the frequency back by dragging left.
Oh, I get it. Okay.
Jubbly, mate. Next, we're going to change the amplitude. Same as last time. Little joystick or hold Alt or middle mouse, and this time push upwards. Right, now let's match it back by going downwards.
listen to you.
Dr. Hemlock.
You told me,
Dr. Hemlock.
but I didn't listen.
Doctor.
I'm drowning, Lance. You said.
Okay, I've got this. There's a lot of different things to do here.
The virus. The sterility.
But I've got this, I think I've got this.
This formula. This is the key.
It looks
Bloody
great.
perfect, mate.
I wouldn't say it was perfect, but it's decent enough. We've got a connection. I'm sure it's...
At the end of the clip, you'll want to play another ad. Remember to use the clock at the top to count you in.
Oh, that's what the clock is for. I see. Can I get the thing going?
Right, I guess I better explain how to deal with bleeping out swear words. As you've probably noticed, the broadcast screen, here, is about 2 seconds behind the master screen, here. When someone says a naughty word, the bleep button lights up, like this. 2 seconds later,
I wonder
you'll
if
hear that
this
swear
also
word going out on the
goes
broadcast,
into
and
the
you
ad.
need to hold
That
down
would
the
be
bleep
funny.
button or the spacebar on your keyboard for as long as the swear word lasts. It can take a bit of practice getting used to hearing 2 things at once. Just stay calm and you'll get it. And if you can't tell when to bleep, just above the button, you'll literally be able to see the sound scrolling by. All you got to do is hold it down while the red bit is over the red
It's the
line.
red bit,
Simple.
okay.
Of course, if you do it
Gotcha.
by eye, you'll have to take your eye off the screens. That's why real professionals do it by ear. Most people like to
I'll
have
be a
the volume of the
professional for you.
broadcast screen a little bit below the master screen. Let's set it now. As you turn it up, you'll hear the advert getting louder. Good. You're set to start censoring. Like I say, it takes a little practice, but I'll try and help you through it, and soon we'll have you bleeping like a pro.
How long are you planning on staying on the phone, mate?
Count 1, 2, and hold it down.
That's right. Absolutely.
Remember to select screen 1 now that you've got the feed. Don't wait for the broadcast to go
Next,
live. That's too late.
advanced
You can
HD.
use the
I don't know
number
what that
buttons on
means.
your keyboard, 1 to 4.
But look at how beautiful it is outside. It's like the evening.
5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. And
I don't need to do anything for
Welcome
that
back.
one.
And I'm told we can now go two leaders, Peter Clement
Oh,
and
this
Romeo
is
Salisbury,
annoying.
are about to make their acceptance address.
Oh shit, he's pissed.
Shall I start?
Get ready to play.
Shall I start? Okay. Well, thank you all for coming. And
This will be very
where do I
interesting to
start?
do.
What a day!
They said we couldn't do
They
it.
certainly did.
They used every dirty, low-down, lying southern bastard trick they had against us. But you,
Nice.
you saw right through their shit.
I'm sorry about the language there.
Sorry about it. I've had a
Oh, that's way too long.
Makes me coarser than a granny's fanny. Coarser than a
Memorably
granny's
put. Memorably put. Let's be honest, who can blame Peter
That's
for
fine, that's fine.
celebrating? Who can blame
Throughout
Peter
the
for
campaign,
celebrating?
you've heard us say that advance are not a political party.
Advance are not
A party is what you have when things are going well.
Mix it up a bit,
When
eh?
things are going suffering.
I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
You need a team. A team that can change things. A team that can change. But today is day one of a new future. Day one a better, new
Never jump while they're in the
So
sun.
perhaps we should all be celebrating.
Except for the rich. For them, the party's over. They should
Ah,
be
interesting.
celebrating. They should be putting their shitting pants on and opening their dusty checkbook. Pants on and
Again,
opening their
colourfully
dusty checkbook.
put. Again,
not inaccurate, but not
Before we came out here to address the nation, we used
No,
our
this will be
executive
hilarious.
powers to pass the Assets and Wealth Act. Working with the Tax Office, we have produced a definitive list of every person in the country.
Are you getting crazy yet? I am.
Probably you rather you don't. Because the likes of you and me are not welcome in their community.
Tomorrow, we will be introducing a sweeping reform of the tax system in this country. No more hiding wealth
I feel like I only need to go when he's
or creative
talking.
accounting, a simpler, fairer, unavoidable set of tax laws.
So all you bastard public school snobs have got nowhere to hide. I've got nowhere today. We revoked your passports. We revoked. You want them back?
Really?
You want to leave like you threatened before the election. That's fine. You're gonna pay first. You're gonna pay back.
Advance are going to turn
Okay, well that was unexpected. Katumi! My man, you're here. Do you get what this game is?
To raise the living standards of us all.
Do you know this game?
Said we'd have to raise billions. You'll see when we've reclaimed what's ours. When we've reclaimed
What's ours? What are you talking
So to you
about?
posh twats.
The
So to
people
you
who pay you a pittance to serve them drinks in their private clubs. To serve them drinks in their private clubs. The people
So
whose
they've got
children
time
you
to get even
raise.
fucking richer.
Advance have this to say to you.
Ah, I
Advance
missed
have
that
this to
one.
say to you. We are coming for your sports cars and your mansions and your vineyards and your mansions and your vineyards.
The echo.
This country back.
The echo is insane
In the hands of the
when you
people
put the
who
broadcast audio up.
Get back to who's talking.
Yes, it ends today. And tomorrow, we'll start making it fair again. Just like we promised we would.
So what exactly is gonna happen?
I suggest we all get pissed.
I can't argue with that. I can't argue with that. Thank you for your time.
Okay, then we swap back to
Interesting
Jeremy.
acceptance speech there from the leaders of
Oh,
France.
oh no.
And our apologies for the fruity language. Hopefully we got that
Okay,
worked out for you in time.
I've got this.
If not, someone's going to be in trouble. So, as the country braces itself for new government, that's all from us this evening at the
More
National
interference.
News. We'll be back tomorrow.
I'm not
with
even
full
paying
coverage
attention
of
to the
first day
footage.
and
What's
full
going
coverage.
on?
I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Have a peaceful...
So we're playing this
And we're out. Good job, everybody.
game,
See
but
you
we...
tomorrow. Call times are on the board.
Oh, my
Looks like you've
bad.
got it now. Thanks for all the help, mate.
Forgot
I've got
about
to
the
go.
ad.
Ferry's about to leave. Probably won't be coming back. Job's yours, mate. Good luck.
You should be so lucky.
Oh,
I'll see you tomorrow
okay.
night.
Not going for a drink?
No, got a date.
Lucky you. Try not to get murdered.
Broadcast complete. Challenge room unlocked.
When the programme's finished, you'll get a broadcast report. It's 3 pages. This first page shows you how well the broadcast went. Each sequence and an overall grade. Remember, grades mean bonuses, and they keep the boss happy. If you want to know more about how it went, select more info. If not, select continue to move to the next page.
I would like more info.
Right, this is an optional section for when you really want to understand what happened during the show. You got a graph there showing you what the audience did. They're a fickle fucking bunch.
All
And of course,
offensive
you can
laws
really
were
drill into the
censored.
details if
An
you want to
interference-free
get better
show,
at making
exceedingly
TV.
poor
I
edit.
never came here never once.
Yeah, especially at E, I suppose. You played one advert too late. Oh, it's
Right,
fine.
this is the important page. It tells you how much you're going to get paid and how much wealth you have overall. That bollocks at the bottom shows you the financial state of our main advertisers. But you don't own any fucking shares. You're a cleaner, for God's sake, so why would you care? This is the last page, and it tells you the state of the world, tells you how well the government's doing, and down the bottom there, this one's important, tells you what Channel 1 currently thinks of you. In other words, what the boss thinks.
Yeah, I would imagine that's very important.
Alright, mate, welcome to the archive. This is where you can have a quick look back at what you've done and how it looked to the public. There's 3 sections: broadcast, rushes, and adverts. Let's start with broadcast. Click on it now. Over on the left, that's all the broadcasts that you've done. Click on any one of them and hit load tape. Once it's finished loading, you can use the rewind and the fast forward at the bottom there to help you get to the bit you want to see.
Oh, interesting. So I click this, I say load tape.
In a few moments, we'll be going live to
And
tonight's
this is
national
basically
nightly news.
what
But
I've
before
streamed
that, let's
then,
take a
huh?
look at what's coming up later on tonight on
I can't go over I'm 16. Interesting. It seems kind of funny.
Click on rushes and let's have a look at those. Right, this is the rushes room. It's pretty simple. The 4 screens you can see, they're going to show you the 4 signals you got from the studio during the actual broadcast. Difference is you can mute any combination of them so you can have a listen to the stuff you weren't allowed to show. Select the broadcast and give it a go, and when you're done listening to the backstage secrets, hit back.
The election headlines, London Clash interview and advanced acceptance. And then there's adverts, which I can apparently also play. Interesting. So you get access to everything that you didn't do as well. But you don't get the opportunity to actually change things, by the look of it. I will skip 2 days. An unexpected form. You arrive home to find posts on the mat, most being nothing more than the usual junk mail. One letter, however, catches your eye. The team wants to know you. Curiosity gets the better of you and you open it. There's a form from the new advanced government asking for information on all citizens. First page is filled in already. Your name, Alex Winston, your spouse, Sam Winston, your children, Charles Winston, Susie Winston. Well, you muse, at least they got the basics right. The rest of the questions are left for you to complete. They appear to be mandatory. Upon starting a new job, you would be friendly and introduce yourself, be productive, ease yourself in and orientate yourself with your new workplace, reminisce on old jobs. Genuinely, I think orient would be what I would do first. A colleague in a different department has confided in you that they've been taking home confidential information. Now, a file of mine and course has gone missing. You would. I hope your colleague covered it up. Recommend that your colleague reports it. Promise your colleague you won't tell anyone. Probably report it, right? But how would you know in only a few days if that's the situation? An entire department was fired today for consistency in the performance. The boss put in place new targets that were significantly higher than the previous ones. You would stay late and ensure you hit the first deadline, leave work early. I'd leave work on time, honestly. It's the annual company barbecue and you and your family have been invited. You are looking forward to enjoying a nice day out with friends and family and washing your hair that whole day, right? Go if you're afraid, but you wouldn't mind missing it. Have been practicing with your co-workers and think you'll win the talent contest this year. You've had a long, successful career and are now about to retire. In your speech, you have to speech? Refuse to attend. Oh, that's funny. Give an honest review of the pros and cons of the company, focus on issues and challenges you faced while working there, list your achievements, all the good memories you have of there. I would say this one. But I generally don't actually know. In your spare time you like to relax alone, doing things like listening to music and making models. Making models? Models of what? Attend political rallies and stand up for what you believe in, encourage and support your children for hobbies, play your local sports team. Kids. Your ideal holiday getaway would be surrounded by natural beauty, getting away from the strain of the daily grind, exploring somewhere unfamiliar and discovering new experiences and challenges. That sounds very much like me. A structured day out at the theme park, blasting with thrills and attractions for you and your family. A romantic getaway with your partner to take topic. This one. It's the most important that the government keeps people safe, free, happy, and equal. Happy. Thank you for your cooperation. Advance knows your time is valuable and we appreciate your help in leading the nation to a bright future. Sign your name. So we're broke, huh? A family matter. It's late, some of the kids have gone to bed. You're just drying up a favorite coffee cup, a worn-out souvenir of your first trip together. Prince Vader with a goofy face still makes you smile. A knock at the window brings you back to reality. There in the garden, clutching a gaudy neon green suitcase, is Chris, Sam's sibling. As soon as you let them in, they sit at the kitchen table visibly stressed. Take a deep breath. I'm so sorry for bursting in so late, Alex, Chris stammers. But need a favor and you're the only one I can ask. No problem, what's going on? Are you okay? Better go get Sam. No need to worry, Sam. It's you I came to see. I just need 2 minutes. You've heard about the Assets and Wealth Act. I literally work in news. I'll say it passed me by. His face is screwed up tight now. I think people's hard-earned money to fund the lazy. I'm not saying the top 1% or whatever don't have stupid money, but they can afford it. People like me were going to lose everything, and that's why I'm here. So what exactly do you need? Why do I get the feeling I'm not going to like this? What do you need? Besides seem to be resting comfortably on the floor tiles. Look, I know it's a lot to ask, but I need to borrow your passport. I can't give you that. You've taken mine in half the bloody countries, but people always say you and I look similar, so this is pacing now. I need to leave before it's too late. Once I'm out, me and my money will be safe. But I need to go now before they freeze my accounts. Please, Alex, I wouldn't ask if I had any other choice. Katumi, I need your help. What do I do here? Do I help Alex or do I... No, wait, I'm Alex. This is Chris. Do I help Chris? Katumi! I'm going to have to make a decision, come on. I know it's a 5-second delay, but still. My whole bottom bar in the OBS looks different since version 30. Do I help Chris? Do I give him my passport or do I keep it? Tell him like, there must be another way. What do I do? What do I do? Come on, I need your help. It's already turning to static. You're gonna make me lose the game. What do I do, Katsumi? Okay, fine, I'll say that there's no other way. You're taking way too long. His mouth falls open. You're joking, right? I've always done right by you and Sam. Treat your children like they were my own. But families doesn't mean nothing to you. Fine. Climb the stairs to your bedroom, careful not to wake Sam, who's cocooned in the duvet as usual. You open the wardrobe, unlock the safe, and retrieve the passport. A sleepy voice breaks the silence. Alex, what's going on? Nothing, sweetheart. Don't worry about it. I'll be honest, right? Sam sits bolt upright now, all thoughts of sleep gone. What? They live in a country? Are things really that bad? Apparently, but they'll be fine if they can leave. Just can take my passport and get out. I don't know if I really want to give my passport. Yeah, what? Yeah, I'll give you... This must be tearing Sam apart. The family has always been close. You know what I would do, Sam says finally. But it's not my passport. Can't ask you to give it up. Family comes first. You close the safe and head back downstairs to find Chris at the table fidgeting. You jump up as soon as you re-enter the kitchen. So, have you got it? Yeah, good luck. Give away your passport. Achievement on Steam. For the first time, Chris smiles. It's infectious. Thanks, I really appreciate this. Get back in touch once I'm safely out of the country. Chris takes the passport and, breathing a sigh of relief, grabs the nylon fluorescent suitcase and heads out into the night. You head to bed, hoping you can pry some of the duvet away from Sam without waking me. Sam asleep again? Nah, the lady really goes to sleep that quickly. It's like me, I lay down in bed, half a minute later I'm asleep. It's not even much of an exaggeration either.
Alright mate, it's Dave. Oh Christ, it's noisy in here, Jesus. Right, hang on, let me just get out some flags, darling. Yeah, I'll take that one with me, cheers. Right, that's better. Let's get set up and get on with it, eh, so I can get back to my guests. First of all, let's get the power on. You need to get at least the bottom 4 plugs on.
Speakers,
right, let's load up the adverts. You might want to have a bit of a think about it. Your decisions have consequences, don't they?
Is this toy safe, Mr. Snugglehugs? I'm sure it's fine. I'm purposefully ruining my playthrough, by the way. Advance, okay. And I think another crazy new for closing up this time. Am I satisfied? I don't know about
Right, you can see they finally got the old headline system up and working again, and the Vision Mixer's already in headline mode because headlines always come at the start. It's really simple, mate. These 2 buttons at the bottom of the Vision Mixer, you can see they now have A and B on them. And they're to help you pick image A on the left bottom screen here, or image B on the right bottom screen here. It's really simple. This little clock here will count down the number of seconds you have to make your decision. Provided you make a decision in that time, you're fine. And you can change your mind as much as you want until the clock reaches 0. But if you don't make any decision, you'll be fired before you even get to make another choice. I just want to say one more thing, mate. The pictures you choose to show of these people, well, that's how the public is going to perceive them, and that's going to affect their lives. So like with the adverts, choose carefully.
No,
and we're off. Good luck, mate. If I get time, I'll call you back in the next break.
How do I start again? Just this, right?
Is this Janet who thinks dogs have their own secret language?
Yeah, the one that mistrusts the moon. 10 seconds, everybody.
Not the best source.
10 seconds, got it.
Don't blame me when it
We'll
explodes.
be fine.
5, 4, 3.
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Dawson. Our main headlines tonight.
That seems like a
Destination
great
unknown.
one.
At the end of Advance's first full week in office, we ask exactly who's leading this charge.
Obviously.
Tonight, I'll be discussing what the new future might hold with a leading economist.
Maybe this one.
With the country's wealth creators in a state of panic and unfavourable rumblings already heard from overseas, I'll be asking my
How do I
guests
get back?
whether Advance can deliver on even a fraction of their manifesto
Do
promises.
I do anything to get back? It just goes
Remington's
back.
Fist have appointed Sophia Remington as their new CEO. The following photo, taken from our archive, gives us a sense of this influential young firebrand who, at the tender age of 23,
I
becomes
think
the
you should be
youngest female
fine,
CEO in history. Sophia Remington has always impressed. She was top of her class at university.
Yeah, this looks like a
and
good
graduated
picture.
with the highest honours, immediately being asked back to lecture. The markets have responded favourably to Sophia's appointment.
And it looks
The
like
stocks
the
rising
audience is
30%.
going wild.
In her first press conference this afternoon, Sophia announced a children's toy named Mr. Snugglehearts. Sophia promises it'll be all the rage this Christmas, but concerns have been raised about the product's safety. Making a splash. Intrepid scientist Dr. David Wong and marine biologist Ingrid Swarsborg
I mean, those scientists,
have
right?
today set
So-
off to explore Dante's taint. The recently discovered cave system was previously thought unreachable, but thanks
Yeah,
to
sure,
a new
why
breakthrough
not?
in underwater flood
A good
technology,
picture.
the pair hope to successfully reach the imposing central cavern and the undiscovered plant species it contains. This
They
is,
need
of
to look
course,
like a team,
only the latest in a series of
obviously.
successful expeditions for this unlikely pairing. In a joint statement about the dangers their team might face, the pair stated, "We will face the plentiful challenges together, like we always have." Playing the field, rumours abound as sporting legend
Oh, wow,
Johnny
there's a
Hammerstein
lot of
is
things
now
here.
leaving Bush, one of the capital's hottest clubs. The footballer was caught while out celebrating being named Sports Personality of the Year last week, as reported by this very programme. And judging from the angle and velocity of that spray, it looks like Johnny may have been celebrating a little bit.
Sorry, Johnny.
I certainly wouldn't want to be his
This
protein.
this is just the
And
way
with
it
this
is for
bodily
you.
charm, with advanced
I have
policy and
no
radical
personal
movement in
grudges,
mind,
obviously.
How afraid should we actually be? I'll be going live around the country to talk with people who've seen
That
the criminal
should be
justice
okay.
system from every perspective. With more and more powers passing to the police and less oversight, are we using an advanced-shaped sledgehammer to crack a nut? Or
Who's to
perhaps
say?
a mega move for a group of young actors already experiencing the positive side of the new Assets and Wealth Act firsthand. They'll be talking and performing later. That's all coming up on tonight.
Oh, this is such a bad angle. Oh, okay, I've got this. This should be fine. I need to keep an eye out on when the intro is done as well. Okay, we've got this. Now back to switching. And now. Oh,
In the wake of
perfect.
the government's swift
I
enactment
love
of the
this.
Assets and Wealth Act, we're talking about Advance's first week in office
I
and what the new future
I
holds.
think this will be fine.
Joining me are Katie Brightman, a leading economist, and Alan James, author of Alan James is Right, The Free Man's Guide to Waking Up. Alan, the government said
No,
they
I meant
haven't
this
dragged
one,
their heels on delivering some of the legislation they promised. But what does the Wealth Act mean for us?
Nothing, Jeremy. We're still vassal slaves, we're just in prettier cages.
A confident dismissal there.
Lovely.
Katie Brighton, do you agree?
I'm afraid I don't, no. I think
So much
realize
jumping.
The current economic system of unlimited, unending growth is untenable, so they're changing things up.
There I agree with you. They're moving to the next steps in the grand plan.
Oh.
Grand plan, Alan.
Wrong one, wrong one.
Alan James is right, Jeremy. We're to become the great herd. Ignorant, sterile,
Yeah.
and short-lived. That's what they want.
Or perhaps Advance have just realised that if we carry on the way we are,
Okay,
we will
okay, this
destroy
is
ourselves
fine, this
and
is
this
fine.
planet in a mad orgy of consumption, if you'll excuse the colourful metaphor.
Yes, orgy is the right word. Only it'll be the overlords having an orgy on our poor broken backs. It's
Yeah,
all in my
okay.
book. Alan James is...
Stop selling your...
Katie, how do you think the rest of the world will respond to this new approach?
I think they're watching carefully. Advance is
Yeah,
the most destructive
definitely.
threat that the world powers have faced since the last Great War.
Yes, Katie's right. War is inevitable.
Thank you, but that isn't...
And this will not be a war like we've ever seen before. We're talking
How do I
millions of
how do I
deaths.
know
We're
what to
talking
switch
high-tech
to?
weapons that can level entire cities. We're talking...
Out of the wrong orifices?
Mock me all you like, Jeremy, but when they murder your parents and they poison your food and they take you away to their camps for hypno-brainwashing, we'll be laughing then.
That might be a great way to
Oh,
solve this, Alan,
didn't
but
think you would
know
be
full well that's
interrupting
going to
here,
happen in a
but
democracy.
sure.
Democracy is dead.
Yes, Advance are radical, and change is always frightening, but the truth is that the
Like this reaction
Act has
shot.
made more than 90% of the population wealthier and is on target to produce a permanent end to poverty.
Bollocks! What this young lady doesn't understand, Jeremy, is that these are the same people. Maybe they've rebranded, but it's all a little circus act to keep us from seeing the tyrant behind the curtain.
That's where you're wrong, Alan. For a start, they've
We're
mobilised
doing
people
great
like we've
here,
never
aren't
seen
we?
before.
You say mobilise.
Look at that
I
green
call it
arrow.
grooming. The grooming
I
of an
love
entire
it.
generation to walk happily into eternal bondage. They're like psychic paedophiles.
I don't know if I can show that.
Katie, what are your predictions?
The Assets and Wealth Act is only
I guess
the
I
first
can
step.
show
Advance now have a
visual
historic
things. Well,
budgetary surplus, and as well
Okay,
as
well,
properly
that's
funding our
fine.
public services, they're already funneling unprecedented amounts into scientific research and the arts.
Or, as I call them in my book,
stop grabbing your book all this time, man.
like opiates. See?
Can we get back to the issue at hand, please?
This is the issue. It's all coming from the water, the chemicals. They're pumping it full of belief juice.
Don't get me wrong, I want to see these changes, but only if they're sustainable. If Advance lose their power after spending half of our GDP on dismantling infrastructure, that could be catastrophic.
The catastrophe is that they're succeeding.
Perfect,
They've
perfect.
sat here talking about their puppet show.
All right, we're running out of time. Quickly, Alan.
You are
what is the
running out of
future look like to
time.
you?
A bleak space where we've all been figuratively sodomized into submission.
I don't know.
Katie?
We
What
might be
this
on the
thing
eve of
is
brave
on.
new world. God knows we need some change, but we need to be cautious. Let's walk forwards with our eyes open.
Two very different visions of the future there. Alan James, Katie Brighton,
Ah.
thank you for joining me.
I don't like it when you
I'll be investigating
switch
law and
too
order
much.
Before Megan meets some beneficiaries of the Assets and Wealth Act. That's all coming up tonight on the National Nightly News.
1 minute back.
You know, I think they might do some good.
Play the Mr. Snuggle Hug
How much are you being paid
set
by them then?
and
Fuck up, Alan.
the
I've never
achievement is
heard
called
so much shit in my
Consequences.
life.
Well, we'll see who's full of shit, won't we?
Alan,
I don't
I
need
can
to
explain
censor
it
this.
to you, but unfortunately, I can't understand it fully.
Let's watch this Snuggle
With a
Hugs.
state-of-the-art human-like voice to keep them company when you can't.
If you keep me happy, I'll keep you safe.
And his incredible...
Yeah, that's fine. I didn't know that you were still on the phone. Can I hang up? My man.
You don't want to be left out.
I don't feel like people have me as their friend.
Oh, Mr. Snugglehugs, you're so silly. Mr.
Made
Snugglehugs
overseas,
in
it
stores
says.
now, selling out fast.
Welcome back. In our second segment, we're going
That
to
should
be
be
taking a
fine.
deep dive into the state of law and order in our country. Advance have already tasked what they are calling a solutions team to move this serious social problem to the top of the list. Tonight,
Wait,
we go
how do I do
behind
that?
to meet the people who live with the criminal justice system every day of their
Oh,
lives.
right. I just...
First up, we have Gregory
I
Jones,
forgot.
a lawyer who sees the problems close up on the front line. Can you hear me, Gregory?
Yes, I've got you.
Oh, wow, that was a lot faster than I
What's it
expected.
like on the front line of the hard face with the cold hand of justice?
Well, as you can imagine, Jeremy, we are
There's
massively
a
understaffed
lot
in
of
this
cutting
country.
to do here.
We're working every hour we can just to try and cope with the caseloads on our desk.
Which must affect the quality of support you can offer.
Well, we can barely keep up with demand, Jeremy. There just simply isn't enough being done at a systemic level to relieve the problem. We need more support from ministers.
Hello.
We need change at a structural level,
I'm
Jeremy.
leaving, Greg.
Not a good time, darling.
It never is it? I'll be at my mother's.
Just hang on. No, the problem isn't a local one, Jeremy. It's nationwide. Just give me 5 minutes. I'm talking to Jeremy Donaldson.
Oh, have you mentioned your affairs?
No. Well, the affairs of the Justice Department that we should be concerned about.
I mean,
Hello, Mr. Donaldson. Hello, Mrs. Judge.
We need
Sure.
legislation to relieve the pressure on our public
Sorry
servants.
to interrupt the news, Mr. Donaldson. Can I have a moment to tell my husband I'm leaving him?
Yes, I totally understand. Quite the picture of a burdened legal sector there. Gregory Judge, thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. Police Chief Constable Bob Peel.
I like that
with a
little
very
cut
different
there.
perspective on our nation's crime. Do you think there's a problem with the system, Bob?
I'm sure we all do, Jeremy. I'm
Oh,
sure we all
yeah,
long for a
I
return to the
figured
days
there
when you
would
could
be
safely walk the
something.
streets of your community at night, looking in through windows and generally enjoying your neighbours without the risk of being terrorised by some thug with a knife. Or cosh.
So you feel the streets...
Oh, what?
Where have we gone wrong, Bob?
Well, that's not a simple question, Jeremy, but I think it all comes down to moral decay. We've diluted our culture and lost touch with what it means to be a citizen of this once great country. Also, as the vicar noted in Sunday's sermon, we probably shouldn't have banned hanging.
Yeah,
What do you attribute
agreed.
this moral decay?
Foreigners, gays and gypsies mainly. It's all in the Bible. Look,
no.
Leviticus clearly states that... Oh, bugger, hang on a moment. Jeremy, Gibbs escaped. Delia, could you give me a little help, please, dear? As I was saying, Jesus...
I guess I
much, did he?
showed
And just to
this.
be clear, you think it's the immigrants who are responsible for the moral decay?
Absolutely, Jeremy. Back in your box, Clive. Back in your box. Delia, I really could use a little help with this.
Oh, sorry, darling. I was spaying the badgers.
Yes, I'm talking to Jeremy Donaldson. Clive, can you put him back in the box?
Oh, Clive, you know it's Wednesday. You go back in your gift space.
And whose responsibility is it to make a change, Bob?
Well, it is certainly not the responsibility of the decent, good, white people of
Darling,
this...
where's the padlock?
Oh, hold on just a moment.
Where's the
Clive,
padlock?
this simply won't do. Naughty boy.
I am not showing
I am
this.
not having this again.
Mummy said get back in your gift space. No! Naughty! You beast, Clive!
As I was saying,
Yeah,
Jeremy, moral decay. Crime is the responsibility of the criminal, no one else. Look, everyone has a sob story, but we don't all end up as barbarians, do we? Look, when our daughter Alice comes home with an A-, does she go on a killing spree? No, she takes 3 of her pills and hides under
Why
the
does she
stairs
have
like
pills?
a normal child.
Thank you, Bob. Bob Peel there, really locking down the police's position on morality.
Definitely, yeah.
And finally tonight,
what
hopefully
happened?
uninterrupted, it's time to get to the heart of the matter. Tony Dawson has recently been released from prison after serving 3 years for aggravated assault, burglary and menacing a SWAT. He's agreed to talk to us today, which is also, I believe, his birthday. Many happy returns, Tony.
Cheers, Jez. Call me Titwank, Tony.
This seems
Everybody else
to
does.
be
No,
fine.
I'm not going to be doing that. Can you tell us what it's like in prison, Tony?
Titwank, Tony. Prison's a mixed bag. Structure's quite nice, but it's a constant battle against institutionalization, as you can imagine. And obviously,
I need to up
Titwank's
this
quite
and
hard
do
to-
it by
and
now.
obviously,
I'm picking up that you're not alone there, Tony. I'm picking up that you're not alone there, Tony.
Yeah, sorry, my friends are throwing me a surprise party. Yeah, sorry, my friends are throwing me a surprise party.
Okay, well, we're trying to let you get back to that party as soon as possible. First, let me ask you this. Do you feel that your time spent in prison
He
helped
really
to
likes to
rehabilitate you
swear
in
a
any
lot.
way, Tony? To rehabilitate you in any way, Tony?
Titwank, Tony. I don't think it's as easy as that, Jez. I don't think it's as easy as that, Jez.
Okay, so hear him swear left, and then you have
Sounds
to
like it's getting
immediately
quite busy
switch
there,
right.
Tony, but, let's try and soldier on.
That's
Since
crazy.
he's in custody, have you been able to find a new job?
Yeah, all the boys are here. Big Chris. Yeah, all the boys are here. Chris. Big Chris.
That seems fine.
Little Chris. And Vampire Chris.
This one's, yeah?
Yeah. One sec, love. Chipmunk ponies on the news. One sec, love. Chipmunk ponies on the news. Rehabilitation's difficult with the current system. Rehabilitation's difficult with the current system. Sit up for it, you know.
That's a good
Inherently unjust, you know.
switch.
Inherently unjust.
So, do you feel tempted to... I'm sorry, who's this?
Missy Free Bollock, you only got Mr. Fancy, yo. Missy Free Bollock, you only got Mr. Fancy, yo. Not now, fellas, I'm on the news. Not now, fellas, I'm on the news.
I don't know what's going on.
It seems like we've caught you at a bad
I
time.
can't really hear you, mate. It's getting a bit busy here. I can't really hear you, mate. It's getting a bit busy here.
Yes, we seem to be losing a signal there, Tony. Seem to be losing a signal there, Tony. Well, we're just trying to get that signal back.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Tony, I mean, we're literally away for 2 seconds. How has this happened, Tony? Can you hear how this has happened?
Happy birthday, Tony.
Hopefully you, the viewer at home, have managed to glean a broader understanding of the serious and complex issues around law and order. After the
No,
break,
not at all.
Megan will be live with some plucky young thespians. Don't go away. We'll be back after these messages.
Okay, that should have been fine. Right?
Well, mate, I ain't got long and I'm quite drunk. It's been a great night. In this next section, there's a bit of music. If you edit in time with the music, you can see the result on the vision mixer, and the public will love that. Don't worry if you don't, though. You won't get punished for it or nothing. Just try and stay in the groove. Also, one last tip. When the music starts, turn down the broadcast volume. Right, enjoy the music bit. God, I love music. God, I'm so pissed. I think I might go and throw up in a bit.
In his dressing room, Freddie banging his head against the wall.
I don't
I'm sure he's on his
get what's going on here.
Back. How hard can it be?
This is on you.
What is
10
this?
seconds, everybody. We're going to open on Megan. Camera 2. Going in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome's Black. I'm Megan Wolfe. And
Welcome's
on tonight's
Black.
Culture Spot, I'll
Okay.
be chatting with one of the first beneficiaries of the
Jeremy
Cadets and Wealth
sits
Act,
down and
a
goes
team
away.
of inspiring
Oh,
young people from Switch to
hilarious.
Sixth Form College, who today received a grant from Advance to take their play, Hey, Friendship, on a tour of local secondary schools. Welcome to you all. Well, let's start with you two, Harriet and Charlotte Winstanley-Hamilton. Girls, you must be thrilled.
We are, Megan. We're overwhelmed.
I like this angle.
And I believe you two are sisters, is that right?
Yes, Charlotte's my oldest.
I'm the older, more popular one. Only joking.
Harriet and Trey were really the ones who came up with the whole
Keep
idea.
it at this scene, I guess.
Harry and I were shooting the breeze in the cafeteria, and I said, hey, let's actually do something.
So I went to look for a drama teacher.
But she'd been laid off due to budget cuts. Fortunately,
Not too fast,
I
apparently.
directed a pantomime when I was at university, so I knew the ropes, as it were.
Right, yes, but you're the maths teacher, aren't you?
Yes, that's me.
Okay,
Jeff
okay,
Algebra,
good cuts,
maths
good cuts.
teacher.
Maths
Fast,
is really
not too
important.
fast.
Thanks, Steve.
Maths is really important.
Yeah, thanks, Steve.
As is theatre. It's one of the oldest art forms in history.
Can
and
I just-
I just
These
think
guys
that when we
really
travel around all these problem schools and
do
the
all this
poor
for
kids
me,
see us,
huh?
they say, hey, I really want to be like those attractive kids. And that's a very beautiful
I'm
and
not switching to
powerful
camera
thing.
one. There's nothing
We
there yet.
touch our audiences and they touch us right back.
I suppose with a surname like Algebra, there was really only one choice of career for me. My wife, Angela, and I, we often laugh about it.
Angela
I
Algebra.
imagine
Yes.
so, yeah.
We just want to bring a bit of song and joy into people's lives.
And teach people about the difficult issues.
That seems
the
fine, that
issues in the
seems
play
fine.
are what really matter.
And I think you're going to be showing us an extract from this play, aren't you?
That's right. To put in
That's why
context,
they're here.
I play
Literally
a young
why
first
they are
year
here.
who's having some troubles at school.
Her character doesn't actually have a name, yeah, because in a way she's like all of us.
It's like a metaphor. Maybe she's you at home, or like maybe
Definitely
she's you,
not me.
Megan.
Maths is really important.
Yeah, thanks, Steve.
Put it in
I like
context.
that
Thanks,
sort of
Steve.
reaction.
Right, well,
But
I'm going to
I
have
wasn't
a little chat with you,
expecting it
teacher, while you
even.
run off and get ready. I can't wait to see it.
I genuinely wasn't expecting that. What do you want me
Jeff,
to do?
when did you first hear about the grant?
2 days ago. A letter from
okay.
Advance
This is
arrived
fine.
at the school. Now, the headmaster thought it was all a prank, but his secretary retrieved it from his bin and brought it to me.
Wow, how did you react?
I also threw it in the bin. But then Harriet and Trey rescued it, and they rang the number at the bottom of the page, and next thing you know, we're on tour.
Wow. Well, I think we can all guess which way you'll be voting from now on.
Do you know what? It's funny because Angela and I don't usually vote. We're not
Really?
political. I'm a mathematician, of course, and she's a paraplegic mainly, but we did used to watch that Peter Clements DIY show back in the day, and so we thought, why not? Let's have a go with this whole democracy thing.
Okay.
And here we
Democracy
bloody
is
well are.
great.
Good stuff.
Fucking brilliant!
So let's have a look at a short section of Hey, Friendship.
Where do I go?
Dear Diary. Dear Diary. I'm not sure I can take another day at this school. I'm not
guess
sure I
here,
can take another day
okay.
at this school. Another day of tears. Another day of tears. Another day of fears. Another day of fears. But still I walk the corridors alone. But still I walk
I have no idea how to
alone.
cut
Dreading what might be around every corner. Dreading what might be around every corner. What's around the corner? What's around the corner? What's around the corner? Oh, hi Gary.
Oh, heavens
Hi,
no!
Gary.
It's Gary the Fist! Oh, heavens no!
Gary the Fist.
Gary the Fist.
Going somewhere, little first year. Going somewhere, little first
I've been
year.
looking for some poor victim to bully all morning. Will this make me feel
Figures.
better about my violent father?
Excuse me, I'm late for maths. Excuse me, it's my favourite subject.
yes.
For maths. It's my favourite subject. And so important.
Maths is for losers.
What?
Maths is for losers.
My arm's stuck.
Maths is Keep going for fuck's
My
sake.
arm's stuck. Right.
Keep going for fuck's sake.
Maths is for losers. Now, give me your lunch money. Now, give
Double
me your
lunch
lunch
for
money.
me today, but why am I only truly happy when I'm eating? Why am I only truly happy when I'm
Not
eating?
today, Gary the Fist. Not today,
What do you
Gary
mean
the
not
Fist.
today? Who are you? What do you mean not today? My arm's
Who are
free
you?
coat.
Brilliant, keep going.
My arm's free coat.
Brilliant, keep
Who are
going.
you
This
to
is
stand up to me?
hilarious.
Who are you to
Gary
stand
the
up to me?
Fist.
And you're just a sad little girl with two gay dads.
We need to worry about swearing, right?
That's where you're wrong, Gary the Fist. That's where you're wrong,
These
Gary the
are my
Fist.
two new friends.
These
are my
Vanessa
two
is captain
new
of the
friends.
netball team. Vanessa
Yeah.
is captain.
Oh, this
and
angle,
Blake
okay,
owns a
this is
motorbike.
better.
And Blake owns a motorbike.
But I can't fight all three of you.
And
I don't have any friends of my own. And I don't have any friends of my own.
He ran away. So, how do I...
Take a look at me. Take a little look at my face.
What? How do I...
I could be you. She could be
Um...
and you could be me. Life can be
I don't know how to cut this. I genuinely don't know how to cut this. Okay, I'm doing terrible. Okay.
Listen up, I won't take no crap. Who said middle class girls can't rap? I ain't afraid of your I'm a mother loving role, but I still love maths.
What is this angle? What's going on here? And why is this multiplier going down? Okay, it went down again. Okay, this seems fine. That was not good, apparently. I don't know what's going on. But people seem to love it, so it's probably fine.
Hitting women is wrong. Hitting women is wrong.
I guess life's
Does
pretty
not
hard
really
on
have
a
cuts here.
Life's pretty hard on a council estate. Life's pretty hard on a council estate.
Hmm.
Life's pretty hard on a council estate.
What do I even do here? Okay, apparently this is better. Now it's this one. Faces are awful sometimes, huh? Okay, that's that seems to be all. Okay.
Well, thankfully that's all we have time for tonight on the National Nightly News.
Next
Join us
ad.
tomorrow
Get
night
ready.
for all the headlines from
Final
across the
ad.
country. My name's Jeremy Dawson. Have a peaceful night.
And we're out.
Okay.
What's the literal fuck?
This is another O'Neill ad. I love these ones.
And you want to put on it some crazy ass Christmas ornaments. We want to give you a spectacular Christmas cactus.
Daylight.
You know what it's like? You've run out of things to dress up and you want your house to look
Stuff
like
things.
Christmas bomb has hit it. Then we've got the
Teleton.
You want something.
I don't know what it is. Oh, we did a lot better this time. Not surprisingly, right? Small bonus. Still broke. Yeah. That's okay. Feels to me that this is all fine. The boss still loves us. I don't know what about advances. I guess Advance is starting to hate us a little. Not entirely sure why. I made them look very serious. Okay, how many days do we jump now? A whole week. Madness. However, unfortunately, that's all that I have time for today. Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe and hit the notification bell to be notified whenever a new video comes out. That is to say, the people watching this on YouTube. Leave a comment in the box below, share thoughts and feelings. Let me know if the video, the commentary, the gameplay, the game itself, honestly, is just wonderful, I'd say. And yeah, just leave a comment. I'd be happy to read it, and maybe if you're lucky, I even take the time to respond to it. That being said, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next week for another video of what was this? Not for broadcast, right, my bad. Yeah, see you then, right? Goodbye.